Well, that's us, good old gullible Spider-Man, and die.
Oh, well. That's a good way to start things
I
off.
got it. Yeah, I saw a
He's
bank
letting
robbery.
out all his
and
anger by punching people.
You get over here.
God, I
Get over
can't
here right
believe I
now.
fell for that.
Whoa.
Oh,
wow.
I saw you too.
He's just stuck on the
Here you go.
ceiling.
Yeah, just all that aggression. It's like, well, this. Oh, you're happy for people that like Violet. This is what I think about that.
What
No,
Spidey
he's-
failed to
just
realize
like-
is that
Get in there.
what Spidey failed to realize it was actually free get your wife a wedding ring day.
Shaking down a store.
But this version of Peter's not married.
JJ.
My loyal listeners have
Oh,
called
yeah,
me
that's true.
reports of
Well, yeah, no, they're married to
recklessly
themselves.
vandalizing public
When
works.
they work.
Okay.
Open power relay boxes and other
I'm
structures
sorry
related to
she's
public
married
and private
to
services.
science.
Just like,
Science.
But he never
just like,
remained
now that you say that, minimum wage job.
I
Will
think
you
it might
marry
be
me?
time to consider that Spider-Man
Oh, actually, this is actually really funny here. So JJ's talking about how we kept destroying stuff to find those paintings, saying that we're basically crazy.
I mean, yeah, when you look at it from a real-world perspective, kind of.
Meaning he's delusional, or he's venting uncontrollable rage. And either
Uh-oh.
one of
Wait.
those possibilities means it's time to call the man in the white coats with big butterfly nets. That's still a thing, right, Jared? What do you mean it never
Yeah.
was?
It never was.
No.
Never was a thing for catching crazy people.
No, why do I feel like he's actually talking about dog catchers?
I think maybe that's what he's
I don't
thinking
know.
of, but we're going to that shootout that's happening. It's
Oh,
been
yeah,
happening for
that's
the last
right.
couple hours. It's been happening all this time while I've been doing the painting collection. It'll be okay. But no, he's thinking that people catch crazy people with butterfly nets. No, everybody just uses Twitter nowadays.
I was just like, for some reason, I'm thinking. I was like, what do you think? What do you think he's a dog or something?
I was
Like,
thinking more
Has
along the
there-
lines of like because he's a spider, they think that they can
There's
catch
got-
an insect
bug.
with.
Yeah, bug. Yeah, I guess there is right bug catchers. Although I'm sure there is a part of the multiverse where he is a dog.
Are dog catchers still even a thing?
I think in the bigger
yeah,
cities there.
in a way.
Like maybe if
Yeah.
they're like unlicensed, like they have no leash or
this-
something.
I know there has to be some mitigation, either that or an adoption policy. I think I heard something that some country in Europe has finally become the first country to have
those new
0
slippers I
stray
ordered.
animals. anymore.
Really?
Oh
Oh
boy.
shit! It's heavy
Oh.
weapons
At least-
guy.
Oh, shit. So, yeah.
I am heavy
Kinda
weapons
yeah.
guy.
So yeah, kind of surprised that we haven't seen this out. Kind of surprised that we didn't.
Well, you're dealing with
Kinda
Sasha. What do you
surprised-
expect?
I know. So it's kind of surprising that we never saw this in the actual main campaign. But yeah, we finally have freaking. It's those big buff guys, but now they gave him a minigun.
Oh God.
Wait.
I'll be taking that.
You broke Sasha!
No, actually, I would have loved if since I hit him with Sasha, I would have loved if it was like, Sasha, why did you betray me? I thought what we had was special.
I can
Voice
imagine.
heavy guy.
I can imagine it now. You broke Sasha. Well, Sasha broke me.
It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, also shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I'm sentenced to my death.
Oh hello. Who are you?
Oh
No?
You don't look like you need
Caught
a
in a
shave.
net.
I wonder if he has ice cream in the trunk or not.
Spidey.
It's something from
Yes,
it's something from
Spidey.
yeah, it's
Homecoming.
homecoming.
Intense.
What are you doing? I thought you were
You
gonna
get
try to kiss
kissed.
him.
I love that
think,
all he did.
I think he was just trying to
God.
creep him out, like scare him.
Well, that's a surefire way of doing so.
Yeah.
I love that all he did was just stare intensely at him.
Yeah, it's like he saw Ghost Rider doing the penance stare, and it's like, maybe I can make that work.
Just flip.
Spider-Man, do a flip!
Oh, yeah, backflip.
The whole shootout was a distraction.
Well, that does
Black
remind
Cat
me, I
set it up
finally
to
got
draw
around to
police
watching
away
Far
from
From Home.
Waverly Street.
One of the other
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
It was alright. Like, what's funny is that, like,
Maybe I can
I
still
was a
catch
little
her.
wary at first because
Solution
I
takes
feel
her
like
time.
maybe more
Nothing
so
if
than,
not
like, say,
methodical.
Spider-Man 3 or whatnot. It is currently, like,
I'll
currently
keep you posted.
the most polarizing Spider-Man film I've heard people talk
hello.
about.
Oh, hi, Night Monkey.
Oh yeah, speaking of the Spider-Man
of Far
movie,
From
speaking of
Home.
Far From Home, yeah, I decided since we're going into a stealth mission, I am now officially Night Monkey.
And
Yeah,
Matt's
basically-
gonna strangle you off screen for missing out on this again.
There will be another chance for him to see. First off, remember that I usually keep these on for more than a couple parts. And two, trust me, I will show off another because this is not the only Far From Home suit that there is.
Okay, good.
Well, he's
By
just
Spider-Verse
He'll probably
suit.
just be mad, particularly he's gonna have to miss out on Noir Spider
I know.
again.
Sorry, Gui. We have to say goodbye to Spider-Verse for
I'll
now. We
miss
got
it.
a good run out of it.
That's okay.
And Gui just disconnects right now. No.
No,
No,
you're
basically-
not going anywhere. We're
honestly,
dragging you back
that's-
into the call. No.
Honestly, that's kind of the... I guess I could talk about it because I feel like it will be a long while before we touch it. That was the joke I originally had in mind for whenever we did the Donkey Kong Adventure DLC for Mario and Rabbids. Like, you know how at the beginning it shows Mario with the Rabbids before Rabbid Peach gets teleported away? Like, the second that happens and we lose the Mario characters, I had the joke of like, once we leave Mario, Allie would have been like, well, there goes the only thing I cared about. See ya, guys.
That's your
not
joke
too
for a
bad.
lot of things, dude.
That is your joke for a lot of
The
things.
dragons.
You-
Oh,
Oh!
I can't-
Nope.
Oh, hey, Spider.
Another drive.
Felicia, the Magi are no
Another
joke.
goober.
For a moment, I thought she was gonna,
Oh, but I like to play.
gonna smack him upside the head with that thing.
Spider-Man.
Gosh,
Uh-oh.
damn it!
Oh, there we go.
I'm
yeah,
not
anyway,
working with the cat, and I also died here because they like I said, because since we're working with the DLC, this is where they're going to become very unabashedly rough with the enemy mobs.
Looks like
And
it.
these heavy guys who are built like the frickin' Hulk.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
anyway, just want to get back real quick now and let you continue. Yes, I use that joke a lot, but in this case it's actually warranted because you've openly admitted to not caring about Donkey Kong, and the rabbits kind of go without saying.
They have a bad stigma about them, it's all I can say. Also, thank you. Also, I will say, from this point forward, with all the suit abilities, I'm going to say that unless a mission specifically asks for it, for all these DLC, my main go-to suit ability is Arms Race. You can see in the upper right there. What Arms Race does
That
is
pulls
it allows
out
me
the
to-
Iron Spider arms, right?
No. That's just called that one is just called Iron Spider Arms or something.
Okay.
Or something like that. What Arms Race does is, and you may have seen it earlier, is Arms Race automatically stuns everyone around me, and especially in the later chapters of this DLC when I'm dealing with people who have a lot of energy weapons and stuff, very useful.
If not
I just- because some-
downright practical.
Because sometimes with these enemies, they just don't give you a freaking break. There.
Thank you.
Well, that was fun. Now where's Felicia?
I don't know.
Here, kitty.
That's
there
a
she
good
is.
question.
Oh.
But there
There
she
she is.
Oh, there she is.
That's so
she
more
is.
favorite
What's your
things
question?
That happened from Big.
I like
Oh, my.
watching.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Reminds me of old times.
What's on that drive?
Not entirely sure, to be honest.
Don't.
Then why are you
Why
going
are you
after?
stealing it?
Yeah, that's my question.
If I don't, they'll kill my son.
What?
She's a mom too?
Ah,
Ow!
Who's the dad?
Really?
Peter!
just wait.
Your son?
Okay.
Because, trust me, the thought
Damn it. Felicia
absolutely.
has a son? Can't be. I mean, it could be, and I could be. No. I'm not gonna think about that.
Okay, let's figure this out. One thing
Okay,
at a
I think he
time.
said it for
That was
us.
only one time!
I know just the
Not that old.
person to call. I know
still
just the
another
person to
data
call
drive.
for advice about this. My current
Each family
girlfriend.
has a drive. I wonder what's on him. Did you learn anything else?
Well, not much.
Okay.
You're good at
Nothing important.
He's helping
Wait.
Hammerhead make a power play on the other crime families.
Which could
Okay,
end
I
badly
I will
for
say
everyone.
he's smart at first. He does not bring up the sun to her until he's
I'll let you know
unless
if I
he has
turn up any
absolutely
info
zero
on those
options. For
drives.
now, he's just trying to think this through.
Okay.
You say that's smart. Given those reactions, apparently that's not a smart thing to do.
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, the idea is that I don't know. Oh,
Oh, god damn
What?
it, not you
What?
again.
oh, she got let out of prison after that thing that happened in the campaign.
Okay,
Alright.
Jail.
to explain to, I don't know. Allie doesn't know. I don't remember if Jordan was there. Screwball
I don't
here
think she was.
is basically. Anyway, Screwball here is basically. Imagine if a Millennium decided to be a supervillain for kicks.
And is obsessed with streaming and is obsessed with social media and raising them numbers. And
Behavior.
she realized she kind of started doing. I guess she's kind of started out with small crimes, and then she kind of built her main audience are people who are in prison, basically. Mm-hmm. And now I gotta deal with that mess. Oh, there he is.
If you follow my career,
Sorry.
I was just waiting. I was like, this seems like the time JJ would have called me right now. Okay.
I would have loved it
But you can't.
if it was just JJ stream, and all of a sudden that's when you get the fucking interruption while JJ's face is still there.
Oh, jeez.
always come back.
Dude, I would love a JJ. I would love it, kind of like what we saw at the end of Far From Home. I would love a JJ like live stream with face cam.
I wonder if they're gonna
Dude,
use that
so
in any
good.
way in the third film.
I mean, they've officially confirmed that he's being that he is that same guy. And again, I do love the idea that he is just straight up that world's version of Alex Jones.
Yeah.
So hold on to your cannolis, folks.
Hang
I
on.
want a cannoli.
Jared, that's not an ethnic slur.
Cannolis are delicious.
I like cannolis.
I'm holding on to my cannoli real tight, Mario.
Actually,
And yeah,
you
I
know
love
what?
his-
I'm going to admit something right now. I never really liked the idea of cannolis for the longest time because I thought that either A, the cannoli roll, you know, the wrap itself would be like too crunchy, or B, the ricotta cream wouldn't be good. But I tried cannoli pancakes at IHOP, I want to say a couple months ago, because my brother ordered them. They're actually kind of good. I'm not gonna lie.
Meeting like this.
That's good. I know like the ones with chocolate are pretty good. Whoa. And yeah, so yeah. Just repeating myself a lot of times. So we defeated Screwball in the actual main campaign, but I hope you guys aren't too upset about her, because for this DLC, she appears in all 3 chapters, because what's happening is that she's apparently building up to something big, and she is basically our new Taskmaster.
Gotcha.
Pretty much to make up for the fact that she didn't have much of a presence in the main campaign to begin with.
For better or for worse. I'm gonna just say right now, you're going to hate the word photobomb by the time we're done with this.
Sorry, my dance card's full.
Pretty sure you'll make time for this, because if you don't, my fans will get angry and people will die. I just love reality
Is it sad that I can actually imagine Jordy voicing Screwball?
Oh my god. I mean,
If she went
I wouldn't
like
mind
full
trying
crazy,
it out.
sure.
You probably could.
I didn't even think it was possible, but she basically sounds like a more unhinged Harley Quinn.
She kinda does.
She actually is a more unhinged Harley Quinn, which is saying something.
Because
Yeah.
like no, that is the sad part, is that Harley Quinn with her whole like, you know, psychiatrist like background would probably be like, yeah, you kind of seem too obsessed with numbers and social gratification for what you're doing. Harley Quinn's the kind of person who's crazy just for the sake of being crazy.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah.
She don't care about no
And
numbers.
she used to work in an insane asylum around crazy people and fell in love with a crazy person.
Yep.
I did. And one thing I can say, because I just saw this most recent Birds of Prey trailer. They do draw more attention to the fact that she's a psychiatrist in Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think my webs will disable.
She's like, oh, you do know that revenge isn't actually going to fill any sort of gap in your self-esteem, right? Okay, who has a back?
Oh, I just realized we just passed by one of those old Oscorp thingies that we.
Oh yeah, the generators. We need to
Generators.
blast those.
Yeah,
we-
well, not so much the generators, but the fact those things where freaking what's his name told us of all these. It's hard to believe it's been so long. We used to make the jokes all the time during the commentary.
I remember now. Freaking Harry. Yeah, hey Peter. Turns out that the crazy millennial who's been following my Twitter is actually a megalomaniacal villain, hell-bent on wanton destruction and extermination of the human race. At least those who don't follow her and give her thousands of likes.
Why'd you have to encourage her, Harry?
It was just one shout out in the live stream. I didn't think it was mean anything. Anyway, so
All
what's
I did
happening
was
here-
say-
Peter, her fans are literally breaking through my dad's company as we speak.
It's
I like that.
Same.
I don't.
I like that was kind of a running joke in your guys' videos.
Yeah, just
We
like.
had fun with that.
Yeah, it's just like I didn't. It's like I overestimated her demented passion. All I said was I thought the Aladdin remake was all right. I didn't expect her to actually kill everyone.
No, I didn't kill everybody, but she did ensure that one. Okay, I'm actually now genuinely about to reach a tangent.
Here we go.
I'm genuinely upset that the Aladdin actor hasn't been able to get any new jobs recently.
Yeah, that just
Fully
that
deserved
just
it.
seems crummy.
No, he doesn't. I know you're being sarcastic there too. It's like, I know.
So close to perfection.
I know you're being sarcastic there too. And see,
Some downvotes, but thanks to all of you who tuned in.
Was that the last one, or is there another one?
Oh God, no, dude. That is one.
No, I mean like
of
the last
many.
tower we had to zip with.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Really? How?
According to
Well,
police
after that.
dispatch, there was just a burglary matching her MO. I'm sending you the
Alright, looks like we gotta
location.
go tune
Hey,
in
find
to
her?
what Black Cat's
Don't
up
let her
to.
play you again.
Yeah, I'll be on guard. She's... I don't know. She just seems to bring bad luck wherever she goes.
It's like she's a black cat.
Cat brings bad luck. That's a little on the nose.
Yeah, a little bit apt.
Well, again, depending on the incarnation, that actually
Let's
is
do
kind
more
of
of
literal.
these.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I guess it could be the case.
Projected.
Okay, so I want to ask, are you just getting all these out of the way just so you don't have to deal with it?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, I just
Well,
wanted,
that's
I
good.
wanted to
Because
make sure.
I just want to power through the story, and
What happened if they find one?
these are there's not too many of
I don't
them
wanna
per
find
chapter. Just
Better send them back to prison. where they
yeah,
belong.
and again the whole point of the photobomb thing is I don't really need to care about the photobomb because I'm gonna say right now I do not care about maximizing my score or anything like that.
Nah.
If I can get a if I can even get a silver, I'm fine with that. But yeah, these are basically challenges we've seen before, except with the additional requirement of certain little things. Like for instance, when we were doing that bit with the disabling towers, I had to fly through towers. This is one of my favorite things to do, is because I love seeing the if I defeat people in this zone, photobomb.
Jeez.
And what's happening there is I'm pressing the R1 button just about when the meter's about to hit the top of the... There's a timing. There's an audio cue you can listen to.
Just imagine if the shit was more prevalent during like Arkham Asylum or City.
I mean, this absolutely kind of feels like something that Riddler or the Harley Quinn things or whatever would have been like.
Right. Like literally just those close-ups of the mooks just flying on by. It just makes me think back to those times you got the close-ups of the mooks and their hilarious ragdoll physics.
Oh yeah, whenever you do like the last hit of a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and
so.
it just goes...
Huh?
Help. Help.
He was caught the part where his legs were up.
If not that, I think the stealth challenges are some of my favorites as well, but again, we can see more of that in the next chapter, I believe. But, how is everybody doing this weekend?
Well,
Doing pretty good. Actually, I have 4 days off the next week, this coming weekend.
well, what was it? Oh, okay, that was you beating them up in person. Okay. First
It's
off,
actually my hump day today, so not quite the weekend yet.
Oh, that's right, I forgot that you have kind of an overlap with the weekend.
Yeah,
what do you
My-
what do you mean weekend? Today's Thursday.
Well, it's getting close to the end of the week. Anyway, continue, Wee.
Yeah, so my schedule is I work from Tuesday to Saturday instead of the usual Monday to Friday.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, but at least it's regular and consistent, which I like.
Yeah.
That's good.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. I said it already
There he
2 times.
Where are you,
I know he
sneaky
did.
devil?
Oh,
Okay, you're just over there.
I think he just went
Nice.
over there.
Feeling pretty good about myself right now.
that's better.
Wow.
Wowzers! Look at all my new followers.
Wowzers!
Just, I
Are
don't
you,
like
are
it.
you Inspector Gadget now?
Wowzers!
Don't you know Retro is totally trending?
Wowzers! Wowzers, Spark. I don't even know what his dog's name is. Why am I forgetting what
Brain.
his dog's name?
Brain.
Brain. I was gonna say something like, Wowzers, Brain. We just hit ourselves a 50K follower milestone.
Yep.
That's my best. That's my best.
I don't even know what that means.
Penny, I'm quite puzzled about this Twitter thing the kids are raving about.
To a little Trojan
Like
virus
Dr.
I slipped into your
Claus,
suit.
his like
You
social
won't be
media
able to
rival.
use two of your
What the hell?
Oh.
Got it.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so what's happening here is... Okay, so real quick to explain that, then I'll laugh more about what just happened there, was that these challenges are... There's one in every DLC chapter, and they're all themed around using my gadgets to stop people in actually pretty clever ways. So
Whoa.
here
What
I
is
can
going
use
on
here I
here?
can use the this is the suspension matrix. It's a gadget I've used before in the main campaign.
Yeah, basically, like, just as a reminder, like, if you level up Spider-Man enough, he has access to a lot of crazy gadgets, which are apparently fine here, but when Tom Holland uses it, it's such a betrayal of the character.
I don't get it. It's cool. He can have gadgets. He's an inventor. That's what that. It was Tobey Maguire that had him be like a bio.
I'll give him a little bit of credit. I understand where they're coming from in a sense of a lot of the charm from Spider-Man comes from the fact that he's not like, you know, Superman or Batman where it's like a lot of wealth, a lot of power and whatnot. He was basically just a regular guy. He just happens to be really smart. So I guess it did take away from that kind of from the ground up charm that Spidey usually has. At the same time though, ground up or not, that still would be something he'd have a field day with.
Yeah.
So what's happening here is, I do think it's a pretty neat idea. I need more trip lines. I need to defeat someone. I need to defeat someone so I can get more trip lines. So what's happening here is it's actually pretty clever little, what was I gonna say? It's a pretty clever combination of using these two powers. Is use the suspension matrix to launch them up in the air, and then use the trip line to yank them back down to the ground, where they will be automatically disposed of. I've never thought of using that before this DLC.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that there's actually sections that are dedicated to this shit that you can unlock.
I'm sorry. Anytime I look at ROFL, I just think it sounds like ruffle.
Raffle.
I mean, I've heard people say that. I've heard.
Watch out, Spider-Man! I'm going to hit you hard with my Rafflecopter!
Yeah, that's what I heard. And then the Rafflecopter heads right towards Green Goblin. He doesn't get out of the way in time.
And just now, for some reason, like we joke about that. For some reason, I just imagine like that same position where it's like his Wario chopper is about to ram right into it, but right before it does, close up of him going, "Oh."
Boom! It's his car, except in this case, it'd be his car from Wario Land 4.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking like his bike from the WarioWare games.
Sorry, the bike, sorry.
Yeah, that's why I said the chopper.
That kind of chopper. I'm sorry.
I was and just like, what, after he gets run over, Spike Peter, don't tell Waluigi.
Oh. Sorry, I was a dweeb and I didn't know what kind of chopper it was. Waluigi can never know that he was the great Wario Man. Who would have guessed that Wario was Wario Man?
Coming, Peter.
Who would have guessed that Wario was Wario Man?
Even I wouldn't have figured that out.
It's just Wario looking at another Wario.
Yes.
Why did you keep all these secrets from us?
Brilliant. All this time I've been looking for everyone else, and it was me all along. It's the perfect crime.
Yeah, turn to the judge.
The blade that pierced his body came from his quadrant.
Okay, I think we should stop there before we start.
Yes, let's end it here.
We're just gonna go on forever with that.
Join us in the next part, and we will be finishing up the rest of these dumb little challenges, and then it'll be story.
Yay!
I like stories. Tell me another one.
Next time, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Wah.